Welcome to ScratchStart. Today we are going to do the full page scroll snap task. As usual, like the previous video, I already did the HTML codes. As you can see the output here. I also did the basic style reset and the font overall font setup too. So we don't need to do it again. So to save some time, we will focus on the crucial setup like the scroll snapping task only. So I also decided wrote the root variables too. In for to access all these root variables and all these folders and files, after completing this series, I will upload all the documents to my GitHub account. I will also make a video about that too, like uploading everything to the GitHub. So till that day, we will wait, and you should wait, and let's start the scroll snap today. Now, first we need to do the snap container first. Sorry, scroll snap container. Sorry, if it is snap, it will be different working. That's why I changed. That's why I changed the name. For scroll snap container, with the class of snap container, give it a height of 100 VH and an overflow of in the y direction, because we will be scrolling downwards and upwards, so it will be scroll, and then scroll snap type give as y direction, and it is mandatory, and give scroll behavior as smooth, and then scroll bar width as none, because we won't be using the scroll bar here, and then m as overflow style. That will also be none. Let's see what happens. And then to hide the scroll bar now, in the same snap container, give it a WebKit scroll bar, WebKit scroll bar, and give it a display as none. Now next the snap sections. Each snap section. This is one section. This is another section. This is another section, and this another section, and this is the fourth section. You can see I gave it a naming: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now next, the snap sections. Snap sections. Give it a class of snap section. It will have a height of 100 VH and a width of 100%, and position would be relative, and then the display will be flex. Then align the items to center, top to center, and then justify the content to center. Then give an overflow of hidden, and then for snap alignment, give a scroll snap align of start. Then for scroll snap stop, give it as always, and then give a background for each section. The linear gradient 135 degree, another color gray 900 with 0% intensity, and another color variant is just dark, that will be 100%. Let's see how it changes. See, now when I scroll, it is scrolling smoothly. Each section shows scrolling. This is what the required achievement is. Now it is taking time to scroll to each section. We will work on that too in the later sections, in the later styling process. Next, alternating between each backgrounds. Alternating between backgrounds. Divide as class of snap sections. Snap section for the nth child for all the even numbered sections. Give it a background of linear gradient 135 degrees, colors as A 1A 2E at 0%, and 162113 at 100%. Let's see how it's then for each section contents, for each section content, let's change the styling. It will be like each content will be considered as each box or each card. So give it a section content, give it a maximum width of 1200 pixels, then give a margin of 0 and auto, and then give it a padding of 40 pixels, then give a text align center, then give it a z index of value 2. See, now it is arranged. Each section is arranged. And now for section 1, ID of section, I used ID section 1 and the class section content, give a text align of center. This is the type section 1. And then the same section 1 having a heading. For the heading, give it a font size. I'm now doing the basic font alignment. Clamp of freedom 8 VW and maximum is 6 run. And then the font weight as 800 and the line height will be some 1.1. The margin bottom is 20 pixels. So next, this full page scroll snap section, we'll be making this as a gradient text now. For the class of gradient text, give it a background linear gradient 35-degree color primary and secondary. Give a vector background clip as text and vector text fill color as transparent and background clip as text again. So it is, because it is a text, so we don't need anything else. See, the single scroll snap, only these two words are gradient text. I haven't shown the HTML file. If you want, you can see here. I given only the scroll snap as for the gradient text class. So that's why it is changing. Only it is changing. And next, the animate text next. I will also slightly animate the text. Animation, fade up for 1 second, ease out. Next, animate text, delay, give it an animation again, the same thing, fade up for 1 second, ease out with 0.2 second intervals, both. And then we have to see these animations, we have to give the keyframes. So let's give the keyframes for fade up from opacity 0 and transform translate y 30 pixels to opacity 1 and transform to translate y0. See, it is smoothly transforming. So next, for section 1, for the paragraph, font size will be down of 1.2 the maximum and the 3 VW and 1.5 RAM maximum, 1.2 RAM minimum, 1.2 RAM maximum. And then the font color would be gray 400 then the margin bottom will be 30 pixels. Okay. Next, let's work on the buttons. These are buttons. Explore and skip to end. Next, for the buttons, I created the classes section buttons. Give it a display of flex, and then the align items to center. Then give a gap of 10 pixels. Then give a padding of 16 pixels and 32 pixels. Then give a border radius of 40 pixels. Then give a font weight of 600. Then decorate the text with nothing. And for transition, I already created that in root variables. And for border, there will be none. And for the cursor, it will be pointer. And then for button primary, give it a background of primary color. Give it a text color as white. For the same color, give it a hover effect. The background changing as primary dark. Then transform it to translate y minus 3 pixels. And dark shadow was 0, 10 pixel, 25 pixels with the color coding of 59, 130, 246 and 0.3. So let's see. So next, for the secondary button, we will have background as RGB 255 and 0.1. Text color as white. Backdrop filter as give it a blur effect of 5 pixels. Then also give it a border of 1 pixel solid with the color coding of 0.2. Next, for the secondary button, we need the hover effect. Here. Sorry, some syntax error. For a secondary hover effect, secondary button hover, give it a background of the background color and transform it to translate white minus 3 pixels, and then the scroll hint there's a text below the to scroll to continue. The text is called a scroll hint. For that, give it a color of variable with gray 500 and the font size is 0.91 and animation of bounce for 2 seconds infinite. To activate this animation, we need the keyframes for bounce, from 0 to 100 to 100%, transform it to translate from for 50%, transform to translate y and 10 pixels. So see, it is bouncing. Next, for the section number, for section number, what you will see is there you can see the number here. We are doing to style for this number only here. Now let's see. Now for the section number, position, don't think like I'm going very fast. I think I'm, for my speed, I'm typing going very fast now because it is really hot here and I have no fan, because it will be very noisy if I want to switch on the fan. So I'm working without fan. It is sweating here. I'm drenched in sweat now. So position will be absolute. The bottom value of 40 pixels. Right value 40 pixels. Give it a font size of 8. Give it a font weight of 800. Give it a color of the color code. Just change it to 03. Then give it a z index value of 1. Give it a line height of 1. Then user select value was none, because you won't be selecting anything in this number. See the number here. And next, the features grid. What is feature grid? You can see from the HTML section to understand. The features grid, what we styled for so far is mostly the hero section. This is this section. Now we are going to do the section 2 for all this section, the feature section, exactly this section. So let's start. Now for the feature section, we have to have a class of feature grid, display as grid, grid template columns, repeat for 3 columns, and give it gap between each is 30 pixels, and give it a margin top of 40 pixels. See, it is separated. And then for each card, these 3 are each cards here. So feature card, give it a background of transparent black color, and then give a backdrop filter, blur filter of 10 pixels, then give a padding of 40 pixel or 30 pixels, and then give a border radius of 20 pixels, and then give a border of 1 pixel solid, and RGB value is 0.1, and also give it a transition values, variable transition. See how the box is formed. And then we need a hover feature here. With a hover feature, we got a transform to translate in y direction at minus direction, minus 10 pixels. Give a background colors, RGB value, let's change the value as 8. Then give a border color as RGBA with 0.2 value. See, it is hovering. Now these cards also have the icons. Now let's style the icons here. In each card icons, the font size will be freedom. Set the color as primary, then give the margin bottom some 20 pixels. Also has heading elements like smooth experience, mobile first, and pure CSS. Our feature card has 3. Then give it a font size of 0.5 rem and margin bottom of 10 pixels. Then it also has a paragraph. With a paragraph in the feature card. Text color as gray 400. Then give it a line height of 1.6. See, everything is changed now. So next is next section. This section, the product showcase section. We'll style that next. There, this section. In this section, there will be a lot of work here for me. So let's do it fast. For the showcase section, the class of showcase give it a display style as grid template columns as one row, give it a gap of 60 pixels and align items to center and align the text towards the left hand. You will understand why I am doing this. And then for the showcase text with the h2 element, give it a font size of 3 rem and margin bottom as 20 pixels. And then the showcase text with the paragraph tag is give it a color of 400 gray 400, and then margin bottom value as 30 pixels, and then the font size be 1.2 rem. And then let's see the text first. The text are now placed here. Next, the showcase list, because this is a list. So the showcase for this list, the display style of flex. So for this is be with the list items. Make it the list style to none. We have to take these dots, bulletin points. Next, for our showcase list elements, give it a display style as flex, align the items to center, give a gap between each as some 12 pixels, and give it a margin bottom to 15 pixels. Then give it a font size some 1.1 rem, and then for the icons here, the tick mark icons, the showcase list icons, the color as now let's see. Next, image stack. In this side, we will have the cards, three cards overlapping each other. Now we will do that next. For the image stack, give it a class image stack. Give it a position as relative and a height of 400 pixels. For the stack items, give it a position as absolute with a width of 300 pixels and a height of 200 pixels and a background linear gradient 35 with the colors primary and secondary. Give it a border radius of 20 pixels. Give it a box shadow, variant shadow Excel. And give it a transition of let's see how it formed. See, this one is formed. And then for the stack item of child 1, top 0, left 0, and make it transform to -5 degrees. Then give it a z index of 3, and then we will be doing the same thing but in different values. To paste everything, and then we'll just change the values for first child, for second child, and for third child. The top is, for the second child, the top will be 50, the left will be 100, and the transform value will be rotate to 0 degrees. Then the z index will be 2. For the third child, the top will be 100 pixels, the bottom will be 50 pixels, then rotate it to +5 degrees. Give a z index of 1. Now 3 cards will be there now. See, 3 cards. Next, section 3, testimonials. Testimonials section. For this testimonial section, for the class of testimonials, give a display of grid and give a grid template column of repeat to two columns and one row. Gap between each is 30 pixels. The margin top would be 40 pixels. Then for the each testimonial card, it a background of 255 pixels, 255 pixel and 0.05 alpha. And the backdrop filter. Backdrop filter to blur with 10 pixels. Give it a padding of 40 pixels. Give it a border radius to 20 pixels. And then the border be 1 pixel solid. RGB value should be 0.1 alpha. Then give it a text align to left because it will be written as a handwriting kind of font, handwriting kind of format. And then in testimonial card there will be an icon and the code left. Give it a font size of 2 Give it a color of primary color. And then give it a opacity to 0.5. Then give it a margin bottom to 20 pixels. See, this is the thing, the fourth left. Then a testimonial paragraph. A paragraph. Give it a font size of 1.2 and give it a line height as 1.6. Then give it a margin bottom to 20 pixels. Give it a font style to italic. It will be really nice to give italic here because most of the review pages I've seen, the people's reviews will be in italic text. That's why I'm giving italic. And italic. Then for the people's names, testimonial author. Then for the testimonial author, give it a display of flex. Align the items to center. Give it a gap of 12 pixels and the text color would be 400 gray. Then testimonial author icon give it a font size of 2 rem. Or see the names and the designation, the person's icon, everything is changed. Now the click to action section. The in this we see in the full page, you can see the whole page here, but instead of scrolling through this like this, I am planning to give up buttons here, like 4 buttons here, 4 section buttons. If we click that button, we will easily go to that section itself. But that's what I'm doing here. Let's do that now. For the click to action section, let's see the class CTA buttons. Give it a display of flex, gap of 20 pixels, justify the content to center, then give it a margin top 30 pixels. Before that I did something here. What I did is, I'll show you this thing, this buttons. So for the navigation dots, give it a class nav dots. The position of fixed, because it won't be moving anywhere. When we scroll, it will be fixed, it won't move anywhere, it will be constant. Give a right value is 30 pixels, give it a top value to 50%, and then transform it to translate y of minus 50%, then give it a display style as flex, give a flex direction as column because it will be in a vertical direction, and then give it a gap between each dots will be 15%, and then give a z index value of 100, and then for each nav dot the size will be 12 pixel width and the 12 pixel height, it will be a circle. Then give a border radius of 50%, give it a background as RGBA value, then transition it to transition value, and then position it to relative value. When we click the dot, it should hover, so add the hover effect with the background during hover, background be primary, and transform it to scale value of 1.3. See, the dots are formed. when I click, when that is accessed, when the dot is accessed, it will be changing the colors, like hovering. So for the active dot, this one is for the active dot. To do this, we exactly really need the JavaScript to style this. When we use JavaScript, it will be really easy. Like it will be like single line, less than a single line of code. But since I am focusing on only on HTML and CSS this time, I will try to do with only with the HTML and CSS only. So when I cover the JavaScript, I will try these kind of problems too with the JavaScript. We will try to create a page, and I will be creating some big pages and big tasks. I have some projects in mind, so I will do that too. I will explain that and work on that during that sessions. So for now, with the nav dot, I gave it a data section thing. Data section equals 1. Needs a hover. It will have a snap container section 1 and nav dot is on focus. Give it a background of primary. So now the progress bar next. I have created the progress container. Give it a position as fixed. Top value to 0, left value to 0. Give it a width of 100% and a height of 4 pixels, and give it a background to transparent, and give it a z index of 1000. For the progress bar, give it a height of 100% with the background as linear gradient of 90 degrees with the primary color. And the secondary color, and the width will be 0%. Give it a transition value to with the 0.1 sections. Next, the social indicators. Next. Oh my god, this is really going a long time. I think I have mistakenly made it very detailed while working on this. I checked the other websites for the data and other things. When I saw, I think I put on more things into that work. That's why it's taking really long time. For this exact reasons, you can use the AI too. I am not using AI now because I need to learn. In case to if you use AI, you need to know what you actually doing. So I am not using AI for now. I will use AI only when I am uh, fully proficient in what I'm doing. Only then I won't worry about what is happening. So I can easily find the bugs and fix it if there is any bugs. So I will also suggest for everyone this: first try to learn and work without AI. Only then you can learn any skill. If not, if you use AI from the start, then you won't learn anything. You will just you will like uh, only learn to copy paste everything. You won't learn anything. If anyone asked what is the difference between the section tag, article tag, and division tag, you won't know. You will only know when you read the basics and work on basics. So I will suggest everyone to uh, to what to practice without AI. But for reading, for practice, for generating the tasks to practice, that will be AI will be of fantastic use really. When I started learning this programming, I I started with AI only. I started learning with that. Only after that I came to know about the free code camp. From that I learned things. I did the free code camp HTML like responsive design certification. From that I learned the basics and everything. After that I practiced everything. For practicing sake I started this channel and I have no one to talk to, so I have to update anyone to what I'm doing. So that's why I started this channel. I will also encourage you to do the same. You can use YouTube as a like a visual portfolio, digital portfolio. You can have a GitHub and other source forms of portfolio too. But when you show what you do visually, it will be of very big advantage for anyone who is searching job. That's what I believe. I think if I am an employer, I do interview. I will sure if you show me these videos about your digital portfolio and your works, I will sure check it out. I don't know about others, but I will sure check it out. If I had time, I will sure check. Also, it will be a really good thing for in today's job market. It's about how you sell yourself. Only then you can get anything. You have to sell yourself anywhere. So I suggest you to do the same what I am doing. I am doing this because I had a really long career break and other is a lot of health issues. So I am building for some other reasons. So it will be useful if you build that too. So give it a scroll bounce transition. 2 pixels infinite. Distance. Then give it a scroll icon eye of the child to second child. With the animation delay of 0.2 seconds and a margin top of -10 pixels. Then for the third child, with an animation delay of 0.4 seconds and margin top of -10 pixels. Then give it a screen frame keyframes of all the scroll bars from 0% and 100%. Give it a transform value of translate y and opacity as 1. Then at 50%, give it a transform value of translate y for 10 pixels and opacity 0.5. See, now it is the scroll down, the icon indicator, it is moved. Now the footer section. For the footer section, this is one of the reasons. See that the video is getting long, really long now. For the footer, if I had uploaded the upload the video without any kind of audio like I did for the previous videos, it will be really tough to watch, and that's why I decided to add the audio, me speaking. Even though I am really bad at speaking, but I try to speak. It will also be a practice for me to speak too. If I met the exact same problem without any audio or anything, if you watch the previous video, it will be silent. I will be working, but it will be very silent. It will be no audio. No one will. Some people have watched. I'm really grateful to the people. Some 84 people somewhat watched all the videos in total. I'm really thankful for them respecting and watching that. 8 pixel and 16 pixel. Hereafter I will try to improve my speaking, and I will add audio hereafter on every video. I will be speaking in every video, and I will try to fix my speaking skills too, because it is really a crucial thing. I can't speak to anyone literally, and I can't speak to anyone. So I am using this as a practice thing. Practice. English is not my mother tongue. That's why I'm struggling. If I'm speaking to myself in English, I will be speaking like some native English speaker. But I can't speak here. I don't know what that problem is. Next, for the background shape section. If anyone have the same issues as mine, like speaking to anyone, leave in the comments. Make some engagements, communications in the comment section too. It will help me reach some other audience too and give some different waves about my skill. Give it a absolute top position, top is 0, left is 0, right 0, and bottom 0, and give it a z index value as 0. And then for the shape, give it a position of absolute, border radius is 50%, then give it a filter of blur of 60 pixels, then give it a opacity of 0.2, and give it an animation of float for 20 seconds, infinite speed. Then for shape 1, it would be 300 pixels, height would be 300 pixels, background the primary with a top value of as 20%, then give it a left value as 10%. Then for shape 2, give it a width value of 400 pixels, width value of 400 pixels, height value again 400 pixel, background as secondary color, give it a bottom value of 10% and right value as 10%, value as 10%, and animation delay as -5 seconds. Then for shape 3, it will be 200 pixels. 200 pixel, height will be 200 pixel, background is action color, top value is 50%, left value is also 50%, then transform to translate to minus 50% and minus 50%. Then animation delay value was minus 10 seconds. We have to give some keyframes because we are using animations here for the floating. For keyframes for float will be for 0% and 100%. Transform to translate 0,0 or 25% percentage. Transform to translate 30 pixels and negative 30 pixels at 50%. Transform to translate 60 pixels and 0 pixel. For 75%, transform it into translation at 30 pixel and 30 pixel. Finally, the website is created now. I'm sorry if it took us really a big hunk of your time. I apologize for that. We need to do the responsiveness too. I will do that too. It will be quick now. Responsive design. The media, the maximum width value of 768 pixels. Feature grid template columns as 1F4. Showcase grid template column set to 1F4, 1 row, and then give it a text line value to center. For the testimonials, the template column again is 1F4. Then for the section number, give it a font size of 400. For nav dots, give it a display of none. And then for section numbers, section buttons, give it a flex direction of column. Now for 480 pixels, for maximum with 480 pixels give us section content padding of 20 pixels with a BTN buttons with a width of 100% and justify the content to center. Give it a scroll indicator as bottom of 20 pixels and give it a floating footers left value of 50% and transform it to translate x at minus 50% translation. I'm sure it would have taken really big chunks of your time. Thank you for staying and listening. If you came along this long, thank you for listening, seeing my work, and listening to my bullshit speech. And thank you. This is ScratchStart, and we will see you in the next video. Like and subscribe if you like my work. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.